So that was a fantastic looking new trailer for the new game Beyond the Wire coming out later this year, 2020, made by Redstone Interactive. So since the game got announced today, I saw it on the Squad Twitter page, which some of you might have seen. Uh, I've gone through the website, I've gone through the press release page, watch the stream that they put out for the announcement. I tried to gather as much information as possible to put onto you, and that's what this is. So starting off with the setting, so the game it's a World War One first-person shooter. They haven't said what type of first-person shooter it is, whether it's tactical, but the fact that it's being published by OWI suggests that it's probably going to be a tactical shooter as well, like Postscriptum was. Described as a brutal and visceral World War One experience, set on the Western Front, playing as the US, French, or German forces. Setting the battles currently as Passchendaele, the Somme, and the Argonne. They're the three confirmed maps that I've been able to find. But they've also said that later on, shortly after launch, they want to look at adding the Brits and more maps, of course. Once we've gone over everything I've found so far in the game, I'm going to go through the trailer again with you guys. I'm going to do analysis, and we're just going to pause a bit and talk about things that I see and see if we can find any extra information. And so if we're going to skip to that, feel free to jump to that later, but you might miss some bits that I talk about, but obviously I'll refer back. So if the game was made by Redstone Interactive, who we haven't seen before, but it's also being published by Offworld Industries, who made Squad and also published Postscriptum. So we're kind of looking at games like that as to what this is going to be a little bit like. And I've played those games on my channel, so you can check those out as well if you want to see some gameplay footage. So Redstone themselves, though, is 15 developers from the modding and development backgrounds in different areas, e.g. Squad. They put out a stream earlier with 3 developers on, consisting of Blitz, their community manager, Bruno, who's their creative director, who also worked on Squad, and Alex, who's their lead game director, who, as well as working on various different games in the industry, he also worked on the Canadian Armed Forces mod, which became a DLC for, again, Squad. So they've got a lot of background in the engine that they're using. So the game itself is developed in Unreal Engine 4 using the Squad base code or framework, which is the same as what happened to Postscriptum. They use the Squad base code to make their game. So I'm going to draw a lot of comparisons from that, and I think a lot of people should be, really. Obviously, they can go in a completely different direction, but it's likely that's the direction they're going to take, I think. And they themselves describe it as on the stream, described it as a gritty, brutal, visceral experience. And it's featuring multiple game modes and maps, like I said before, and it's going to be 100 players, 50v50 matches, which will be good, which is slightly more than what Squad supports currently. Also with a mixture of large, open, no man style land and also tight trench warfare, all in the same map, so it's going to be really interesting to see that dynamic. It's also going to feature, as I say, period appropriate weapons consisting of bolt action rifles, pistols, shotguns, MGs. How that'll work out, it'll probably, I think, be a class-based system with preset up HMGs as well, is how I imagine the game would work, but again, that's to see. In the trailer, we did see a HMG at one point, a Vickers machine gun, I think it was. And they also have the most interesting point is an in-depth directional melee system. So most places just say melee system, but I did find, I think it's on the press releases about a directional one, which is really exciting. It's going to be like the only directional system I know of is Mountain Blade, and I think a lot of people compare to that. We don't know what it's going to be like. There's a few pictures on screen now and some GIFs on the Steam page I'll use. And basically everything in the background that you've seen so far is all I can find on it. So it's just been announced as quite close to their chest. But this melee system is really exciting, I think. It could be really good. And the biggest thing they said about it is they want to make it a valid option. So I think it was Bruno said it that
and also making it like a viable option when you're playing the game. So, I would really like to create circumstances where you're fighting in these trenches and you're using your bolt action rifle, you're using your handguns, but then at some point you say, okay, what's going to be the best thing to do here is just take out like my bayonet or my improvised, trench fighting weapon and just go after these guys rather than just, trying to shoot them from point blank.
I think it's really good as opposed to how most games do it, where it's just, oh yeah, if you find someone, then yeah, it's fun to get a knife kill. But that's about it. They also said it on the stream. I haven't found it anywhere else though. They did mention the use of flamethrowers, which is interesting. Haven't seen anything in the trailer yet. I couldn't spot anything like that. And also the ability to call in gas. He said, I think Bruno said that, and use gas masks. So the fact that he said calling gas suggests to me that it's going to include commander abilities. And also, if you look in the trailer at the end, the planes that fly over kind of resemble the commander abilities for the strafing runs that you have in Postscriptum and Squad. And also vehicles. They haven't mentioned anything to do with vehicles yet, but there are planes in the trailer, and I kind of think they're for that. And the only other thing I've seen is destroyed vehicles, which in the trailer, which I think will probably just be props. That's in my own opinion. Also scouring through all different things, I found some more things that the Redstone have said themselves. So they've said that it's going to be more comprehensive than any World War One game, and I believe them on that. All I can think of when it comes to mind is Battlefield One, which was personally a good game. I like the old Battlefield games, but obviously it wasn't a tactical shooter like we're people who are probably interested in this game are used to. And then there's also Verdun, which I think was a really good game, but it was just I don't know, it was missing some certain bits, but I loved that game as well. And I kind of think if you took Squad Postscriptum and Verdun, and the setting of Verdun with the guns, put it together, that's what you're going to get, I'm hoping. I said the weapons are designed on historical accuracy, but they've made only very minor changes to make the gameplay more fun and engaging. So I really like that. So, for instance, like I imagine the HMGs don't need a two-man crew, for instance, like that. I think it's going to be really little things like that. However, they have said it's not intended to be a simulator, which is true. No game is really, other than literal simulator games. You want it to be fun. You want to respawn. You want to be able to get into the action. But they said they want to strive for accuracy, but still have a fun FPS for a wide range of players. They've said so. Take that as you will. I don't think that's a negative point. Some people will think that it's not going to be a tactical shooter and it's not going to be hardcore, and I think there's going to be options given the different game modes for different people. And they also said in their own words it's going to be a boots on the ground style combat, so take from that what you will. And also the melee system itself, this gives an additional level of realism and strategic choice, which I've talked about as well. Last 4 things they've said is that there's going to be a closed alpha testing, and if you want to apply for that, I've already applied. I'll leave a link down in the description. And they've also said that they're going to do more dev streams as we go on through their Twitch page, which again will be in the description. You can watch the VOD as well for the last stream. It was good to watch, only about 20 minutes. There's not too much there, but it was good information to read. But I've relayed most of what I think are the pertinent points. And also they said if people are interested in the game, please add it to the Steam wish list. I've done it myself. They said that for smaller development teams like this, it's really good to add it to the wish list. It helps get them exposure. Finally, my thoughts. I'm really excited for the game. I mean, beyond the what I mean, it's literally I love Squad, I love Postscriptum, and I love the setting of Battlefield 1. I even like I like Battlefield 1, but a tactical version of it. Hell yes! If I can just keep going back, we go to Postscriptum and we go to War 1. We don't need to go back any further. I think that'd be a bit more awkward, but no, I'm really excited for that type of game in World War 1, and it looks good. It looks good. The teams seem good. I'm excited, and I think it's going to do well. And they haven't put out too much information yet. They're keeping their cards quite close to their chest, but that's fine. Not setting any unrealistic goals, and it seems like they've done a lot of development before they put anything out to the press as well. So I'm really happy with that. Alright, so the trailer from the Redstone. Alright, first thing, footage captured in engine. So obviously this isn't gameplay, it's animations. We've got the gas mask on my left up here, as we were talking about before. And different kits, so that's a US hat. So other than that, I can't really see too much here. Other than I guess that pounder could be a vehicle, could count as an emplacement. I don't know, but we haven't really seen anyone using them yet. And the plane, just walk in. It's good. I mean, that's definitely just an animation. That's not how you actually look when you walk. Okay, nice. Right, so that's what I was saying before on the vehicle. So this vehicle here, which I thought looked destroyed before, but that, other than there being a bit of fire there, that looks like an intact vehicle model. You know, like how props always look slightly off in games. Like it doesn't look like a prop, but that's just pure speculation. And this guy looks impaled. I don't know if that's actually going to happen on game, but that could just be a guy laying on it. Other than that, fire looks good. Gas mask again. Yep. Right, so there we go. There's that melee system there. So run in, bayonet in. Just want to skip back a bit. Is there anything here I missed? Nothing there. It's got bayonet fitted. So that's got to be like an officer kit there, surely. The German running about it, and that actually that was a cannon round. So that was either from a tank or from a gun, one or the other. So doesn't confirm, but does definitely suggest that there's some kind of cannon pieces in the game. Oh, actually, to a lie. No, that's definitely machine gun fire. Ignore what I just said. That's artillery in the background. Yeah, that's the melee system there. Again, more melee stuff there. Oh, this is again. Right, that looks like a explosion straight out of Squad. If you've ever done the IED animation. Again, they keep showing this pounder piece here. Yeah, it's getting absolutely blown up. Nice ragdoll effect. A little speech. Yep. That felt very postscript to me. At least what I was saying about earlier, the HMG. So that's an emplaced heavy machine gun. I believe that's a Vickers, isn't it? I think so. Alright, running out. Guys. They look very similar. So is he a different kit? I think he'll probably be a different kit. Again, this is something here. It's a destroyed vehicle. That looks intact, but no one's using it. There's more guys down here. MG coming from over there. Explosions and planes coming over. Another one here. Another plane there. What else can we see? Nothing, just guys standing around. I think those planes are going to be commander call-ins. Trying to see before that explosion goes off. Can you see anything extra? Not much, is there? No. Pillbox back there. Beyond the wire. It's the full trailer now. I'm going to cut off the very end bit just to get right into the video because it made more sense. No, it's the trailer. Lots of shells down here, just props though probably. Yeah, that is the game. They have buildings, that's good. So yeah, add it to your wish list, boys. Please do. Please add it. Help us get to this game if you're interested. Thank you guys. And yeah, that's everything. So if you want to find any of this, I'll leave all the social links, the website link in the description, as well as the Steam page, so you can look at any of those. And if you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to like and comment down below what you think, and subscribe for more videos and to see videos on this content when it comes out eventually. So thank you guys.